If you're planning to buy a hybrid car in 2026, stop for a second, because what you're about to hear could literally save you thousands. Most people walk into a dealership thinking they're making a smart decision. Lower fuel costs, better for the environment, future-proof technology. But here's the truth no one tells you. Some hybrid cars are quietly being avoided by the very dealers selling them. Yes, the same people recommending these cars don't want them back. Welcome back to How to Get a UK Driving License, step by step. And today, Patel is exposing something the car industry would rather keep hidden. We went deep into real data, owner experiences, depreciation reports, and even spoke to insiders. And what we found is shocking. There are 12 hybrid cars right now that dealers are refusing to touch, undervaluing heavily, or struggling to sell at any price. And the scary part? Some of these cars are sitting in showrooms today, looking like a great deal. But they're not. They're financial traps. Let's start with one of the biggest examples, the Volkswagen Passat GTE. This car wasn't a failure at launch. In fact, it was incredibly popular, especially with company fleets. Why? Because of tax benefits. On paper, it made perfect sense. But now, all those leased vehicles are coming back into the market at the same time, thousands of them. And when supply explodes like that, prices collapse. We're talking about over 50% value loss in just 3 years. That's not normal. That's damage. And then there's the real-world performance. The official electric range is around 34 miles, but most owners report closer to 25. Now imagine this. You buy the car thinking you'll save money on fuel, but the battery starts degrading, and suddenly you're facing a repair bill of up to $4,500. That's when reality hits, and that's exactly why dealers don't want these cars back. Now let's move to something more premium. The Mercedes GLC 300e. Looks expensive, feels expensive, and trust me, it is expensive, but not in the way you expect. This car loses up to $30,000 in value within 3 years. $30,000. Gone. While you're still paying monthly finance. And if anything goes wrong with the hybrid system, you're looking at $5,000 to $8,000 in repairs. And here's the catch. Not every mechanic can fix it. You're locked into specialist service centers charging premium hourly rates. So not only are you losing value, you're paying more to maintain it. Now here's one that might shock you. The Subaru Forester e-Boxer. It's marketed as a hybrid, but the electric-only range? About 1 mile. Yes, 1 mile. So what are you actually paying extra for? You're spending more money for almost no real benefit. And when it's time to sell, dealers don't even want it. That's when you realize the hybrid badge didn't add value. It took it away. Now, if this is already making you rethink your decision, make sure you subscribe to How to Get a UK Driving License step by step, because Patel breaks down these hidden truths every single week. And trust me, it only gets worse from here. The Honda HR-V Hybrid is next. Now, to be fair, it's reliable. But financially, it doesn't make sense. You pay a premium upfront, expecting long-term savings, but within 3 years, over half the value is gone. So even though it's efficient, you still lose money overall. Then comes the BMW 225e Active Tourer. This one is risky for a different reason. It combines 2 complex systems, petrol and electric, which means double the components and double the chances of something going wrong. And here's where it gets dangerous. After a few years, many owners realize they owe more on their loan than the car is actually worth. Imagine trying to sell your car and still having to pay money just to get rid of it. That's the trap. Next up, the Renault Clio E-Tech. It promises high fuel efficiency, but real-world results don't match the claims. And the depreciation? One of the worst in its category. So even though it looks like a budget-friendly hybrid, it quietly drains your money over time. Then there's the Volkswagen Arteon Hybrid, a beautiful car. But beauty doesn't save value. this model has been discontinued. And once that happens, demand drops instantly. Dealers struggle to sell it. Prices fall. And suddenly, your premium car becomes difficult to move. The Volvo V60 Recharge is another example of hidden costs. It looks like a smart, premium estate. But behind the scenes, repair costs are high, insurance is expensive, and depreciation hits hard. It's the kind of car that feels right until you calculate the total cost. Now let's talk about one of the biggest financial mistakes on this list, the Mercedes C300E. This one is brutal. Battery replacement after warranty, up to $15,000. Yes, $15,000. Insurance costs, among the highest in its class. And depreciation, relentless. This is the kind of car where every single year you lose money from multiple directions. Then comes the Citroën C4 plug-in hybrid. At first, it looks affordable. Low monthly payments, attractive deals. But here's what they don't show you. Parts delays can leave your car unusable for weeks, sometimes months. Repairs aren't cheap. And resale value? Almost non-existent. Then we have the Toyota Auris. Now yes, Toyota is known for reliability, but this model is discontinued, and that changes everything. As time passes, parts become harder to find. Support decreases, and the market slowly moves away from it. Even a reliable car can become a bad financial decision. And now, the worst one on this list, the Peugeot 3008 plug-in hybrid, older generation. The moment the new version launched, the old one lost value instantly. The market was flooded with used units. Buyers stopped showing interest. And dealers? They can't sell them at any reasonable price. This is what happens when supply overwhelms demand. Now here's the bigger picture Patel wants you to understand. Hybrid cars are not automatically smart financial choices. In fact, they can be some of the most expensive mistakes if you're not careful, because you're not just buying one system, you're buying two, petrol and electric. That means more complexity, more potential failures, and higher repair costs. And then comes the biggest factor of all, depreciation. It doesn't care about marketing. It doesn't care about badges. It only follows demand. And if the market doesn't want your car, you lose money. Fast. Dealers already know this. That's why their offers feel low. They're not trying to cheat you. They're pricing in reality. So before you buy any hybrid car, do this. Check real-world owner reviews, not manufacturer claims. Get a proper battery health check. And most importantly, calculate total ownership cost, not just monthly payments, because what looks like a smart deal today can turn into a financial mistake tomorrow. If this video helped you see the truth, make sure you subscribe to How to Get a UK Driving License, step by step. Patel is here to make sure you don't fall into these traps. And trust me, what's coming next might save you even more money.